What's up, everybody? Got a little joke for you. I heard it earlier. What do you call a duck that works on the fringes of science? You call him a quackpot. Anyways, here's a short talk for you. Hello, Celeste. Hope you like my quackpot joke. Azimuthal magnetic field. So you have a big nebular cloud, and the azimuthal magnetic field is what pinches the nebular material like bees on a string. Electric universe, thunderbolts, however you want to name it, they're right about that. That's how stars are born. Sometimes it comes in pairs. Rarely it's in tri-pairs, but usually it's just two. We can see two young stars were recently born in Sirius A and Sirius B. Sirius B is a little bit older. Younger than Sirius A. Sirius A is its expanded form, and it's going to start collapsing soon. But Sirius B is recently pinched material as a white dwarf. So after that nebular cloud pinches really, really strongly, it creates a white dwarf, which then expands out to a blue giant. And those stars are recently pinched material, which then Sirius A is rebounding against that initial electromagnetic pinch, which formed the star. It's not gravitational contraction. That's retarded. Yeah, I said that. White dwarfs, and then the white dwarf then expands outwards after the pinch energy is effectively released, if you will. And then it expands. And then once it reaches fullest extent, then it will start contracting, cooling, and transforming or metamorphizing into what's called a planet. And the reason why I wanted to talk about that is it's been made pretty clear what's going on here. The gravitational contraction model of mainstream to birth a star is false, but also don't be like Electric Universe, where they throw the baby out with the bathwater and they say gravitational contraction isn't important, because yes, it is important. It starts as an electromagnetic event in the beginning, but then it fights against gravity, of course. Electromagnetism can ignore gravity as it expands outwards from that initial pinch. But then gravitational contraction can take over at the very top end. And this is a very slow, steady process as the star evolves. So both the mainstream conventional astronomy community is wrong, and Electric Universe / Thunderbolts project is wrong. But they're both also kind of quasi-correct, but I think that Electric Universe is more correct than mainstream cosmology, mainstream conventional astronomy, or however you want to term it, because they include electromagnetism to birth stars, and that is 100% the path forward. I just wanted to go ahead and say that out loud in a little talk here, because I just want to clarify. I saw another person's working on a similar idea. I guess it's the same idea, but they're trying to include other things in there where I was going over them in 2011, 2012, going, nope, can't work like that. And I haven't been messaged any questions about where they're going with it, and I have no idea what they have planned in the development of it. And I also haven't, it's all new to me. Another person talking about the idea. Maybe they might reach out to me and ask me a few questions concerning it if there's any confusion. But usually, I hate to say this, but usually what happens with really, really, really great ideas, and from what I've seen and read in the history books and all, people they just sort of turn inwards with them, and they don't want to branch out with anybody. And I'm not like that. I try to branch out as much as possible to get as much help as possible. Yet I was called a pseudoscientist and a quackpot for my entire working on this idea. Until it becomes, I guess, mainstream, I'll be a a pseudoscientist, or whatever that means. And it's just weird, because at the same time, I feel kind of isolated still, even with the theory development, because there's somebody that has an idea that has the same main backbone, the idea that planets are old stars. But there's a lot of little things they try to add in there where I'm like, dude, you don't need to add all that stuff. Streamline the crap out of it. Take the observations, take the angular momentum of the star itself, its spin energy, take its mass, and connect the dots. Don't go all over the map. Don't try to put a red giant right next to a red dwarf. It's not going to work. You got to have those things way up on top into the left-hand side. And maybe they're even anomalies. Maybe they're just giant nebular clouds that aren't really actually stars. They're just so far away that it appears star-like. So there's those possibilities as well. They need to seriously consider the role of chemistry. I didn't read any chemistry in the papers. The formation of hydrocarbons, the formation of water oceans, the process of purifying iron nickel in the interior of the star, ferromagnetism of the iron and nickel clumping together because they're magnetic. I didn't see any of that in there, so I'm wondering how they came to the same conclusion I did concerning the star evolution, and the fact that planets are old stars are the same thing. So I was hoping maybe they could reach out. Anyways, for those of you who know who it is, I don't have to say anything else, but I'm sure you can Google it real quick. All right, later, y'all.